Welcome to this video about the top 10 Nigerian musicians with the strongest fan base. We will be revealing to you the artists in Nigeria with the biggest fans via Afrokonnect. The ability of musicians to make money and to remain relevant is dependent, in large part and primarily, on the support they receive from their fans and supporters. People have traditionally identified themselves as fans of musicians and supporters of their work for a variety of reasons, but the most common reasons are related to the musician's profession and artistic ability. Over the course of the last 10 years, a number of brand new fan cultures and supporter group subcultures have surfaced and gained increasing popularity as a means of promoting a particular musician or singer. There are some of these fandoms that have fairly large fan bases, and there are some of these fan bases that even include other artists who claim to be stans for other musicians. In this video, we cover the top 10 most popular artists from Nigeria, ranked by the number of members in their fan bases. Top 10 Nigerian musicians with the strongest fan base. 10. Mama Africa's followers. Yemi Alade is widely regarded as having one of the most devoted fan bases of any female singer in the country, making her one of the most popular artists in this category. Her performances and dance routines are renowned for their high energy and originality, making her a household name. Yemi Alade's devoted followers are collectively referred to as Africans or Mama Africa's fans. 9. No Name, Kizzdaniel. The Kizzdaniel Stan Group is the only one of these fan bases and supporters clubs on this list that does not have a name. They are not associated with any of the major communities that routinely compete with one another on the internet for dominance. However, they can count themselves among the fortunate, as their leader is among the most successful performers in the history of the Nigerian music industry. Kizzdaniel is proud to boast that he has a sizable fan base not only in Nigeria but also in countries located in East Africa. In particular, East African nations are his most devoted followers. 8. Nation. Ruga, the singer who only has one eye, undoubtedly has one of the most reticent fan bases of his contemporaries. The name given to the Johnson Ward artist's devoted following is Nation. They recently provided evidence that they are a formidable adversary that cannot be ignored. Many people were surprised in late 2022 when it was discovered that the popular song Asiwaju by Ruga had maintained its position at the top of the Nigerian Top 100 music charts for more than 11 weeks in a row. The Nation is one of the stan groups that is expanding the quickest and is a force that needs to be recognized. 7. Rebels, Tems. There is a good chance that a great number of people are unaware of the fact that her followers are known as rebels and that the diva holds the title of gang leader. The fandom of the female singer who has been nominated for a Grammy is rapidly becoming one of the most popular stan groups both in Nigeria and around the world. Snoop Dogg, a veteran musician from the United States, recently made an online statement in which he expressed his support for the rebellion and also made a public appeal to work with Tems. 6. Savages. Tiwasavage is considered to be one of the most popular female Afrobeat artists in Nigeria at the moment. Although there are other up-and-coming female singers, such as Tems and Arosta, who are competing for her attention, she is still in first place for the time being. Tiwa's fan group is known as the Savages, and despite the fact that they aren't the most vocal, they are undeniably one of the most dependable. 5. Rivers. The name of the group that identifies themselves as fans of the singer Rema is the Rivers. They have earned the right to be positioned 5th on this index. Rivers are the fifth largest supporter organization in Nigeria. If you are someone who follows the Nigerian music business on a regular basis and is very knowledgeable about it. Aside from being the Nigerian artist with the highest number of listeners on Spotify, Rema's song is widely accepted not only in Nigeria but also in the world at large. Rema's record and numbers speak for themselves. 4. Outsiders. Burna Boy's official fanbase is known as the Outsiders, and they are Nigeria's fourth largest stan group. Burna Boy has won a Grammy for his music. The Outsiders are not only one of the most popular bands in Nigeria, but they are also quite popular internationally and have a sizable following in countries other than Nigeria. When it comes to Burna Boy's situation, the Outsiders are among the most steadfast supporters. They make their opinions known in a very public manner. And Burna Boy, being the talented performer that he is, in turn granted them the right to brag about him. 3. YBNL Mafia, Olamide. The third largest fanbase is known as the YBNL Mafia. Despite the fact that they are arguably the least problematic stan groupings, they are one of the most consistent stan groupings. Even though they are the least vocal in their support of Olamide Bado, their principle, you shouldn't take their laid-back attitude for granted just because they are the least vocal. They are also capable of showing a great deal of ferocity in their defense, particularly in the event that their territory is invaded. In addition to this, the YBNL Mafia is well known for never making the claim that they are the largest fan group in Nigeria. They participate in online competitions for supremacy or popularity very infrequently. 2. 30BG, Davido. To the point of exhaustion, many people would argue that the 30BG fanbase is larger and has a larger following than the Wizkid FC fanbase in order to demonstrate their point. Even though the 30BG and Wizkid FC have the largest fan bases in Nigeria, research suggests that their popularity is not as high in other parts of the world as it is in Nigeria. This may be the case in some circles. Both artists have been engaged in numerous beefs over the past few years, which has contributed to the growth of their respective fan bases at the same time as their fame has increased. There are numerous, vicious rivalries between the two fan bases that are carried out over the internet and are widespread across the nation. In an effort to determine which of these feuds can attract the most attention and support, self-gratification is frequently the spark that sets off all of them. 1. Wizkid FC. The internationally acclaimed Afrobeat singer Wizkid, whose fan club is known as the Wizkid FC, is currently one of the most popular musicians in Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world. His fan club is also named after him. A large number of people believe that the fanbase of the Wizkid FC is the largest one in Nigeria and possibly all of Africa. Davido's fanbase, which is known as the 30BG fanbase, is Wiz's primary rival in the Afrobeat music genre. Davido is fiercely competitive for the number one spot. In spite of this, there is evidence that Wizkid FC has a fanbase outside of Nigeria, which provides it with a slight advantage over the 30BG. According to the report that went viral and ended up in the news, the Wizkid FC is the most active club in the world. At the time of publication, the review indicates that Wizkid FC is slightly years ahead of other fanbases, such as Cardi B's Body Gang, Nicki Minaj's Babs, and Beyoncé's Beehive. You definitely don't want to tamper with the Wizkid's flying carpet. On that note, this brings us to the end of this video about the top 10 Nigerian musicians with the strongest fanbase via Afrokonnect. So, which of these fanbases, in your opinion, ought to be higher up on this list? Let us hear your thoughts and opinions via the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share this video.